Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is doing very well and you all are keeping safe and healthy. Today's video is going to be about the rest of my books in my book collection. So the ones up here and all the ones in my room. So if you liked today's video, please give this video a like as well as subscribe to my channel. Also leave a comment in the comment section to let me know what your favorite book or item was. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we're starting off with the shelf in the Harry Potter room. So first we have Grey by E.L. James. This is from Christian's point of view. Next up we have All the Bright Places by Jennifer Nevin. Next is Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Nevin. Next up we have The Host by Stephenie Meyer. I really love this book as well as the movie. This book is very reflective, so I'm not going to be able to show the plot very well. Next up is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. Then we have Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. We have The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This is a must read as well as the movie, so it's a beautiful book. On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. I haven't read this yet. Next up is The Kissing Booth by Beth Reekles. Next up is The Kissing Booth 2, Going the Distance by Beth Reekles. Next up is The Kissing Booth 3, One Last Time by Beth Reekles. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. Could be saying that wrong. Next is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This was a beautiful movie. Love the book. Next up is If I Stay by Gail Forman. Must read as well as the movie. Where She Went by Gail Forman. This is the second book to If I Stay. Next is Just One Year by Gail Forman. This is the second book in the series. The first book is Just One Day. That one. Next up is You by Caroline Kepnes. Then we have Hidden Bodies by Caroline Kepnes. Next up we have You Love Me, Caroline Kepnes. So I'm sure we've all watched the series. My sister watched the 4th season on Netflix and told me she didn't like it, so I have not watched the 4th season yet. Okay, so for this next part, we are here in my room with the bookshelf that's in my room. So first we have bookmarks here. So it says fell asleep here. Sleep is good, books are better, and read between the lines. Some other bookmarks we have here is I'm gonna pause right here. The suspense is killing me, and just one more chapter. Then we have this from Mr. Price that just has my initial. So I'm gonna start off with my notebooks. So I have this notebook here from Typo, and this is just the skeleton and its backbone. Next up is Goals, Be Hermione. Next up is this. This is just a pink notebook and it's got a rainbow. I got this from my friend for one birthday. Next up is just this red notebook. And then we have this notebook that says Stay Focused, Sassy and Sparkly. This one is from Typo. Okay, so we have Breaking Dawn here by Stephanie Meyer. Sure, we all know what Breaking Dawn is. Then we have Cursed here by Thomas Wheeler. And if you guys didn't know, there's a series and Catherine Langford acts in the series. Next is Eclipse by Stephanie Meyer. Then we have Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Immortal, Love Stories That Bite with PC Cast. Next we have my only Sarah J. Maas book. This is Kingdom of Ash. Next up is New Moon by Stephenie Meyer. We have Sabrina Season of the Witch book. This was quite a boring book. I did not get through this. Next we have The Death Cure by James Dashner. Next we have The Forbidden Game by Al J. Smith. This is a very interesting book if you're a teen. When I was a teen, I loved this book. Next is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Next is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. This is the first book. Next up is The Scotch Trials by James Dashner. This is the second book. Then we have The Uninvited by Liz Jensen. And then we have Twilight, the first book by Stephenie Meyer. And if you guys are wondering, it's set alphabetically on this row. Okay, on the next shelf, I have this avocado face and body scrub. And then I just have this empty jar. It was a candle. I do want to make a potion with this. And I just have an Oh So Heavenly body cream, and this is pure honey and almond oil. Okay, I've got this alchemy book that I never read, so I just printed out a Harry Potter book spine. So this just sits like this, and it's the history of magic. Then I've got this book. It's Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging by Louis Renison. If you haven't watched the movie, it's very funny. You definitely should. Next up, this is a very shiny book. It says, Are These My Bazumas I See Before Me? This is also Louis Renison. So this is the last book in that series. Next up is Vampire Academy, Blood Promise by Rachel Mead. Then we have Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. Then we have Fallen by Lauren Kate. Next up we have Frostbite by Rachel Mead. Then we have Into the Dark by Peter Abrams. Then we have Last Sacrifice by Rachel Mead. Next up we have Marked by PC and Kristen Cast. Next up we have Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. Next we have Shadow Kiss by Rachel Mead. This reflection is so difficult to show. Then we have Spirit Bound by Rachel Mead. We have another book just like The Marked. So we have Tempted by PC and Kristen Cast. We have the first Hunger Games book by Suzanne Collins. And then we have the first Vampire Academy book by Rachel Mead. So that's all in the series. And then this is a series I don't really want to talk about. This was a terrible series, could not follow through. It's nothing like the Vampire Diaries series. So this is book 3 and 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. And it's so surprising because the author for this book, she did such a good job on this book, and the Vampire Diaries just was not good. Okay, next up is this last shelf on the bookshelf. So I just have this lip balm from Typo. I have another of those body scrubs. This is Strawberry. I have a Gemini necklace here. Okay, so first up is Earthfall by Mark Walden. Another book that I just printed a Harry Potter book spine. So this is Flesh Eating Trees of the World. Next up is From the Dead by Mark Billingham. Next up is In the Dark by Mark Billingham. Next up is Mystique, The Soul Seekers by Alison Noel. Then we have One Foot Wrong by Sophie Laguna. Next up we have The Fury by Alexander Gordon Smith. This was a good read. Next up is The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong. Next up is 206 Bones by Kathy Reaches. We have another one of those books that I just printed a Harry Potter book spine. Next up is Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. Next up is Genesis by Karen Slaughter. Next up is Spells by April N. Pike. And then we have The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon by Stephen King. So guys, that was the end of my book collection. I do have more books on the other side of this wall, which I'll show in my next video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Please give me a like, also subscribe, and let me know in the comments section what your favorite book was in this video. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you guys in my next video.